Hey everyone, this is Alvin in behalf of Neil Napier and the rest of the KV social team. So before I get started, I just want to make sure that you can hear me and if you can see the screen as well. Give me a quick upvote or a yes in the chat if both audio and video is working for you. Alright, and let me also see who's currently on the call right now. Let me know. So I'm looking at. All right, so I do apologize. Some of you guys do just appear as an email address. I don't see your full name rather than just your email. So you have Yuri, we have uh, Tiran, we have my PayPal. How about the others? Okay, perfect, perfect. So everyone's saying that they can see the screen. Perfect. So let's get started. All right. So today is going to be the week one of the Press Label Client Finder. Now, what this is all about? It's all about finding your first client, finding your potential customers that you can sell this as a service to. All right. So, who here has already started using or is experimenting with Press Label? By the way. Okay, so I'm getting some feedback here. Some have already used it, let's say 80%, and 20% have not used this plugin yet. So if you haven't tried it out yet, definitely set up like a fresh WordPress account or for fresh WordPress site and try to customize the site. It's really easy. It's like moving. There's a bunch of bars and ticking a few boxes, and you'll be able to have a custom dashboard already and a custom website as well. Now I'm also going to talk about different ways you can use Press Label. Just remember, it's not just about rebranding the site. It's something that you can use as well to build a custom solution for potential clients. All right, so let's start. Week one is just a quick summary. What you'll learn today would be how to find clients that are ready to shell out at least $2,000 a month, right? Or $2,000 on a per website basis so that they can get a custom and secure website. Second is how to give quick samples to ensure your clients are ready to pay you immediately. Now, the worst thing that you can do is appear as someone who's unprepared or a novice. You always want to be represented in a way that you're going to be the expert and they need your services more than you need them. Third is three-step process to qualify your clients to ensure that they pay upfront. Now we got a lot of we got a lot of like we've heard a lot of bad stories about, hey, I set up a store for a website, I set up this website for a client, and the client just disappeared. All right, so we're gonna teach you something that can actually prevent that from happening to your business. All right, so first part would be how to find clients that are ready to shell out $2,000 and ready to go to your website and get your services. Now, before you pitch to any client, you need to make sure you understand what your clients need, right? So there are four basic questions that you always need to make sure that you know the answer to. First is what do they need? What right? What do they need an e-commerce website? Do you need an opt-in page? Do they need a membership site? Do they need just a simple blog, right? Or an online store? You have to understand what they need in order to customize your offer. You just can't simply hard sell every single kind of website that you want to build for them. So before you even start selling, you ask, right? Probe whatever, like for example, you can ask them if you were to set up an online, or if you were to set up a website, what would you want to do? What would be your aim? Is it all about selling your products and services online, right? Or is it about Is it about branding? Is it about be setting up a business name as the foremost expert in that niche? Let's say, for example, your client has a plumbing services, right? Like, he has a plumbing services, and he wants to expand his business. That's very broad. So you need to specify, how do you want to expand your business? What kind of website, or what how do you want to improve your business? For example, do you want a blog? Do you want a blog that you can actually post or get content and give tips, and as well as build a customer database to say give an opt-in form on that page? Or does that client need a website that he can use, right, to get people to call in and get their services? So that's gonna be kind of like your homepage, your business website, right? Or is it going to be an e-commerce store where the clients can buy either specific packages for their services, or things they might need to fix, or to fix their own um, problems with the plumbing, right? It definitely depends on what clients need. And second, of course, this goes hand in hand with number one, which is why your clients need it. Do they need it to to get more people to their newsletter? Do they need it to increase or get more sales immediately, or do they need it just for branding, right? And third is, when do they need it? Do they need it within the week, or do you need, or they're willing to wait up a month or so for the website to be finished? And fourth, and most importantly, you have to understand the client's mindset. Now, what do you mean by the client's mindset? This means how your clients perceive websites as a way to increase their business, right? This is very important. Now, I've had the personal mistake once that I tried to sell my services to a client that does not simply understand the importance of a Facebook fan page, of online marketing. Now, what happens with that is that although it's one way for you to broaden his thinking or her thinking, but the problem is, at the most, like 95% of the time, you'll end up devaluing what services or products that you're currently selling, right? Because what happens in most cases with that is that they simply do not understand or do not value what your services is all about. Or in a 5% 5% chance, it could also be the opposite. They think it's gonna be the end all and be all of all their problems, right? Sure, it can fix a few, it can increase the sales, but still, it's not gonna do miracles. So it's a perfect balance that you need to understand your client's mindset, and with by understanding what they expect, right? What they expect from you, you'll be able to not only overhype, right? Because the thing is, in most cases, you overhype the results or the changes that your service can do for their business, and if you overhype it, they end up saying that it wasn't worth it, right? You did not deliver on your end of the bargain. So you have to understand that what they expect, and I could ask them, hey, what do you expect? Let's say, for example, someone came to me and said, let's say one of my clients, right? He has a like a candle store, right? He gets the candles for any kind of event, anniversaries, weddings, birthdays, all that. The custom, like really good candles, or the ones you use for relaxation. And ask him, if I set up a website right now, how does this change or improve your business? right? And what do you want to gain? So first thing he said was that I just want a website where I can showcase all of my products. That means having a blog doesn't work. Having a homepage doesn't work. So instead, I created an e-commerce store, like a marketplace that he has all the pictures there of the products that he has and how customers can purchase those products. So, and I told him it's gonna start off from it's not gonna take off immediately. Even if you have a website right now, in most cases it will only increase your sales by 10 to 20% in the first 6 months. After that, you keep on pushing your website. It's gonna need regular maintenance. That means it's gonna also need regular marketing efforts as well. You're gonna run a Facebook ad. You're gonna run a YouTube ad. So there's gonna be a recurring cost involved for maintaining that site in order to reap the benefits. And that's actually how you build their trust. Because if you simply like hard sell like what they like, tell them what everything they want to hear, you'll end up under delivering for your services. And it's always best to over deliver than under deliver. All right. So guys, before I proceed, is everything clear so far? All right, you give me a quick upvote. Is everything's clear so far? So we can proceed with the rest of the training as well. All right, perfect, perfect. So I'm getting a couple of feedback here. So let's proceed with the rest of the training. All right, so second is going to be, let's say you figure it out. So right now we're going to be searching for our clients. Now, there are three main clients that we can sell our services to. First is going to be local businesses. Local businesses with terrible websites. In most cases, almost like I think 70% of local businesses right now have terrible websites. It's either that they have a website and it's just there, just they just have a picture of their business, their phone number, and their contact number. That there's nothing else, right? There's nothing else on their website. There's no call to action. There's no newsletter. There's no nothing. Right? So I'm going to give you a couple of examples as well of local businesses that have terrible websites. Second is online businesses. Now these are e-commerce stores. These are it could be websites selling Amazon products, right? And third is actually one of the best ways to get your first clients would be the low-hanging fruits. Clients who already understand the importance of a website but are struggling to build it. And the best ways to get contact of these clients is through Upwork or Elance. All right. So guys, let me know if you want to see the demo and how you can find your first potential clients. All right. Perfect. So let me just share my screen. Let me open up Chrome. And let's actually do a quick search on Upwork on where we can find potential clients that we can get to we can get and market our services for. All right. So let me open up Upwork and let me just share my screen. All right. Give me 1 second here. And there we go. So right now you should be seeing the Upwork.com website, and from find freelancers, we can actually change this to find jobs. All right. And you can easily search for, let's say, a website, or we could type in, for example, so as you can see from here we go. It's a very, very simple example. Website related to medicine. To build a modern, professional, responsive website to which integrate it with WordPress. So here we go. It's a simple project, right? he already understands the idea of WordPress. He should be readable in any screen size, as well as properly loading in all browsers. So this is actually a potential client that you can already contact and sell your services to. In fact, by being able to customize the dashboard and give them a more custom and simplified feel, they'll definitely give you a lot of uh, a lot of def kudos for that. Because remember, in most cases, these people do not understand WordPress technically. So being able to simplify their day-to-day task and working on the website definitely is a big plus. And that's where you can actually make the customization a lot faster with Press Label. Right? So another search that you can do aside from website is you can search for company websites. It's going to be a lot more specific, right? There we go. Website suitable for desktop and mobile viewing. Right? So all of this is again, this is another potential client that you can contact and sell your services to. All right. So another thing is, remember, you're not just limited to company websites or landing pages. You can also build entire e-commerce stores. Now, who here, by the way, uses WooCommerce? All right. Let me know. Let me know who here uses WooCommerce on any website. Okay, perfect. So I see a couple of people. Now, remember that even though you have press label on your WordPress site, it doesn't mean that you can only work with press label. It works with, I think, 99.99% of all plugins and themes that you already might have. All right. So if we actually, let's say, let me open up a WordPress site here that I already have press label in. All right. So let me see. So let me just access this one and log into this account. Now this account has already been pre-customized with Press Label. Let me just log in. Let me show you what I mean. Right? As you can see, it's a very simplified dashboard here. Let's say we want to add more customization to this. Since I'm logged in as the admin, I want to disable the part where it said, right, where plugins have been removed from my dashboard. Right. So let me just see. All right. Let me click on Save Changes. Oh, let me actually open up the other site. So get your specialoffer.com. This is actually the restricted site that I've set up earlier. So let me actually use the other website here instead. All right. So this is the demo. Get your specialoffer.com slash press label WP admin, and let's actually log into the site and do some customization as well. Okay, and by the way, while we're waiting for us to be logged in, now as you can see, you have to understand that since this works with other plugins, if you have reseller rights, if you have like developer rights for a specific plugin that you purchased before in JVZoo, it doesn't have to be our products, but you can install it and remove use press label to remove the settings for the plugins and everything, and you can actually sell access to that site. You can set up one website and sell that for a customer for, let's say, $97 a month, $47 a month, and they can use that plugin for a specific purpose, right? So, for example, I'm setting up in a e-commerce website, right? So I already have WooCommerce here. Now, if you open up this link, for example, all right, and let me just send this to everybody as well. Now, I haven't really customized this, just added WooCommerce, and you can already see that we already have a shop built in the site itself. So let me just share this. Let me just share this link with everybody so that they can check it out. Now, again, we are using even we're not even paying for this plugin. It's simple WooCommerce that you can download and install absolutely for free, right? So how we can use this is we can, as you can see, I've already disabled the rest. So what I did not disable on is would be the products and WooCommerce. That means they can add coupons, they can get reports, they can get add-ons as well, right? They can add products, shipping classes, attributes for each and single each product that they have. This actually makes it like kind of like your own version of Shopify that you can resell to your clients. So you can actually set up a specific website kind or specific service and rebranding it as your very own solution. Then this is a very cool thing about Press Label because it actually definitely makes it a lot easier. All right. So another way you can find clients would, aside from Upwork, all right, would be searching the yellow pages, but not the yellow pages that you see on the phone book. We're going to use the online version of Yellow Pages. Now, all you need to do is go to youtube.com, type in Yellow Pages, right? So, as you can see on the second result here, is we have Yellow Pages, the YouTube channel. Now, if I actually go to videos, guys, all of these are potential clients that you can contact with a with and offer them or to build their custom website, and whether they like an e-commerce website, they like a let's say a sales page or a sales website, say Accent Roofing, right? You set up like a free theme for this, or you set up a specific um, WordPress theme that showcases their products and services, or their services in this case, and they have a call to action as well. So you can contact them and tell them, hey, I can build a website for you that can help you increase your business and get more potential clients. Because I see that you have gotten a video created on Yellow Pages, but it's since it was done on April 13th, which is like more than a week ago, it has only gotten 13 views. So well, maybe I'm wrong, but like it seems that your video is not taking off as what you would have expected. So what I'm going to do is I can set up a website for you. I can reuse this video as well, and you'll be able to you'll be able to log into your website. You don't need someone to do it for you. I can even give you um, a simple to access backend that you can just add pages with on your own, or you can also add pictures on your own as well, right? And since you have Press Label, you can customize the look and feel of the website so that it doesn't look like WordPress anymore, which actually increases the value of that site by itself. All right. So guys, let me know if everything is clear so far. So again, let me just send this link out to everyone else, so that you can also check it out um, on your own time. All right, let me just go back to Webinar X and type this in as a broadcasted message. All right. So Before I proceed, guys, let me know if there's like any specific site that you want to build for a client, and let's talk about it for a bit. Because again, I really want this to be more about what kind of business do you want to build with Press Label, rather than just talk about what I can build. All right. So let me see. All right. Yep, e-commerce. Yeah, so if you e-commerce websites are really really big right now, but a lot of people don't not want to pay really don't want to pay Shopify a monthly fee. So this is definitely an alternative for those who would rather have full control of their website, or they already have their own hosting and they don't want to give their business to Shopify. So this is a very very good potential service that you can easily sell to a lot of physical business owners. And by the way, WooCommerce is not just about physical products. You can also sell ebooks. You can sell pretty much download stuff as well. And you can even set up WooCommerce to work with S2 member, or if you have membership.io from I think from Chad. I could be wrong. So you can also set it up in that way. So you can actually sell. You can sell membership or subscription, right? And if you have, let's say, um, you have a lot of, let's say, you have an Amazon store and you don't want to build it from scratch, then you can just use, for example, WooCommerce as well. All right. So guys, again, the potential for this is, since it's WordPress, it's very flexible. So I just leave it to your guys or your imagination and what you want to, what kind of products and services you would like to build with Press Label, and if you're what kind of products you can build with your clients. Remember, a lot of WordPress themes, a lot of plugins allow you to stretch the potential of WordPress. All right, so let's proceed with the rest of the presentation. Now, second part will be how to give quick samples to ensure your clients are ready to pay you immediately. All right, so first is, of course, you need to you have to understand what your clients needs, understand what features they need, or what features do they expect to get at their website. Now, this part is not always very clear, right? So uh, you have to ask close-ended questions if that's the case. Let's say first, you have to understand what kind of business or what kind of website do they need, do they want to build, and a supporting answer for that is ask them what is the main goal of your website. What do you need a website for? Right. So again, we still go back to page one. You still go back to page one, and because remember, is by understanding what they need, you'll be able to build features specific to that site and make it even worth their value. Because remember, usually when you start your own business, especially for those who haven't started yet, the first 5 or 6 or even first 10 customers is you build them an amazing site in exchange for feedback. Because that feedback will turn into word of mouth, and it's going to build yourself and your company a steady source of clients, a steady source of income. All right. So so another big problem is that what do you do if you're a developer? Use ready-made plugins. Use ready-made themes. I made a mistake before thinking that since I do have a bit of experience in programming, I wanted to build an entire website out of custom solutions. Right? I do write code. I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't want to use a ready-made theme or ready-made plugin. Remember, the idea here is not to build $1 million website, but to build and charge clients a few $1,000s. That means speed is of the essence. You need to be able to replicate that store as much as possible within the least possible time. Because the more websites you build, the more business comes in. All right, and you only need to get 5 or 10 different feedbacks to get the ball rolling. All right. Third is going to be understanding if it's complicated or something that's templated. Right. So if it's an e-commerce store, it's templated. If it's going to be a product website, it's going to be a complicated site. So if they say, I want this, I want that, they want a million things on their website, they're only willing to pay you 2,000 bucks. But see, worst case scenario, they only want to pay you 500 bucks. So it's not worth your time. You can tell them, for 500 bucks, I can build you a simple landing page, a simple home page, all right, and a blog at the back. That's it, all right. And of course, with that is you don't just give them the basic stuff. I mean the basic settings. You make it look good, even though they're getting just a landing page or a blog. It's gonna look very very much worth their money because they get a custom or a cleaned up backend where they can post stuff and add new content in, but also it's something that they can use every single day. It's not very complicated because remember, especially with local businesses, a lot of these people or a lot of these customers are not very tech savvy. So you need to make it simpler, and that's why you need to hide settings that they don't need with different levels of access. All right, so let me actually go back here. Now, first is that you can give them a tour of your website that you've created, kind of like a portfolio site. So you set up one store or you set up one website, and then you give them, let's say, for example, subscriber access or level 2 access to the site. Remember that every single site that you install Press Label on, you have 5 levels of access that you can give away, right? So with this, you can give them access to you can give them access to the website without having to worry about, hey, what if they delete this, what if they do that. So you can just use them to explore. So, and this allows you to, hey, tell them, hey, I can actually help you build a website like this. And the thing is, I can even add 3 or 2 different features that you want from this site. And if it's not there, let me know and I'll try to add it in, right? Again, the idea is having to build like a few custom features that you can actually just install a plugin to and hide that plugin so that they don't get or didn't mess around with the settings, because the last thing you would want will be a client to be logging in, deleting, updating, and even eventually messing up the settings that you have created. Now, although it's very easy with Press Label, you can just export the configuration, but it's still gonna be um, work that you should have not be doing. All right. So remember about evaluating their needs. It's very important to evaluate their needs as a business and as a business owner. All right, because this allows you to sell your products better and allow you to serve their needs better as well. All right. So first is we can simply hire a developer to give you an idea. We're gonna talk about that in detail a bit more in the second module, which is gonna be week 2. So you can hire a developer, but this already goes with, let's say, if you have a full-time job and don't have the time to do so, especially if you have limited knowledge in WordPress and you want to create a more robust kind of business, then you can hire a developer on Upwork, for example. Of course, you don't hire someone based in the US, based in the UK, or based on the big 7 countries. Instead, you focus on hiring someone skilled from cheaper places, right? So you get an Indian developer to help you. You get someone from the Philippines. You get someone from Nigeria, for example, right? And it's anywhere that you can actually get cheap developers to do the work. Remember, do not give your or your developer upfront payment. Instead, pay them, right, once they finish the work. Because the thing that you don't want to do is for the developer to just suddenly disappear with your money. All right. So second is work with their budget, but don't commit to a price. All right. So work with their budget. Hey, I'm client will tell you. You can ask them, hey, if I'm gonna build a website for you, how much budget are you willing, or how much money are you willing to spend? Right? And they tell you, I already have, let's say, $1,000 to spend. All right, and then you show them their website. So for $1,000, perhaps I can do this part of the website, blah blah blah. But don't again, do not commit to a fixed price. All right, keep it. I will just say that I'll, I'll definitely, I'll gonna go. I can't give you a specific price. All right, it's gonna depend on how you want it. Plus, if there are going to be changes, I can give you this offer at this price. But again, you make it very very clear that this are all the features that you're gonna get. Nothing more, nothing less. But if it's not sure, they keep on changing their stuff. You tell them that it's this is what we have planned. Since this is something outside of our agreement, right? I can um, I can charge billable hours for this. That means since since it's not part of the contract, you can charge them on a per hour basis instead. And you can even just give them an estimate. Let's say if you want let's say an e-commerce store on top of your blog, usually in just to give you a ballpark figure, is we spend around $997 for the add-on. But there are two things. There's two ways we can do. Is I can give you exactly this, right? No customization, whatever. Or we can charge billable hours, and then you can do all the changes that you want, of course, and you get to pay me or my team an hourly fee, right? So if they don't commit to a specific set of features, specific kind of design, then give them a billable hour method instead of a fixed price. All right. So third is look at what others are bidding for. Now this is especially true if you're selling your services on Upwork. If you're looking for clients there. Now with Upwork, if you do have, let's say for example, a an upgraded Upwork account, you'll also be able to see like who's bidding for a certain project or whatnot. All right. So let's proceed. Let's talk about preparing the samples. See what top sites are in their niches. All right. So let's go with let's go for the first question here. Give me a current niche that you like a niche for your that you want to do, or a niche of a potential client that's currently working on. All right. Let me know in the chat what kind of niches uh, are you working on right now, or your client is working on, so that we can actually make this call a bit more personalized as well. Okay. We do have a couple of examples here. I'm getting an example for real estate. Um, we have dentist, and we also have, let me see, okay, plumbing, carpentry. Okay, those are very actually really really good local businesses that you can actually tackle as well. So let's say for example, let me just share my screen on Google Chrome, and let me show, or on Firefox, or let me show you how you can do that. All right. So let me just share my screen for Google Chrome here, and let me should already be going as well. All right. So let me see, and I think I've lost Chrome. 1 second. All right. So let me see. All right, there you go. So we should right now be able to see the the Google.com search bar. So from here, let's say, well, let me actually see chat here for a while. So we have nutritional and we have life enriched.co. David, just to confirm, is it okay if we show your website on the live call today? Just give me a quick confirmation. Just want to make sure that you're okay with for us showing your website as a quick case study. All right, just type in a yes in the chat if that's perfectly fine. All right, perfect, perfect. So let me open up the site. All right, so now I already have the site. So David's site is about life enrich. So Berry Greens promotes. I think I lost it. Let me see. Promotes optimal health, powerful source of antioxidant, leadership of colon, immune support, balance health pH levels, and boost vitality and energy. So it's a nutritional product. Now it's simple, right? So you actually get a few so you can be specific directly to a product. Let's say you search for pea and rice protein under Google, or you can search what you can find. You can actually see the niche this is all about. So this is about, right, it's about herbal or alternative medicine, right? So or so you can actually do a quick search. Let's say one way is you can actually type in live or the website itself or the company name itself, right? There we go. So as you can see, we have lifeenrich.co on the very top here. So from the description, we can see that it's a natural or nutritional supplement formulation. So do a quick search for that. So these are all of its competitors. So we have bestformulations.com, we have SDC Nutrition.com, ParagonLabUSA.com. So all of these are competitors, and you can actually check it out. You can see their website. As you can see, this is actually a good example of a crappy looking website, to be honest. Now, although it has a video, it has content here. As you can see, there's a lot of white space and there's actually no call to action and no opt-in page whatsoever. So if someone visits here, they can only see the company information, but they don't have a way to leave an email address to get special offers or anything to increase the sales for this company, right? So you check out their main competitors, and after you've done that, again you see what kind of like the most basic website that a lot of these competitors are making, and you make a list of it of a common functionality. Let's say for example SDC Nutrition. This is actually a better looking website compared to the first one. So they have call to action, we have phone number, so this is really good. So if I were to you, David, if you're setting up a website for this product, right? For Life Enrich, you go to you find the best looking website for your competitor and the copy the kind of setup that they have. In which case, for example, SDC, they can have their email address, they have their phone number at the very top, they have a contact form, and everything is divided into the right places as well. All right, so there's not a lot of white spaces, and there's a way to get contact with them so that they can actually sell you their products. All right, so guys, before I proceed, is everything clear so far? All right, all right, let me see. Okay, perfect. So everything is clear so far. Now, if you, by the way, if you guys, if you have any kind of questions, just let me know in the chat. All right. Again, I'll be happy to answer. If I'm going too fast, or if you want more detailed examples, just let me know what specific part you need. All right. So while waiting for the feedback, let's actually proceed with the rest of the presentation. All right. So it's going to be our three-step process to qualify your clients to make sure that they value your work and ensure that they pay you upfront. All right. So the first thing you need to do is for our first examples, like understanding what your clients need, the mindset. From if you collected that, you'll be able to prepare a 5 to 10 questionnaire that you can actually go through, right, when planning what to do on the website, or what kind of website do they want, right? Get them to answer within 24 hours so that you can evaluate. If they get back to you within 24 hours, that means they are very interested with whatever services you have to sell. If they don't get back to you after, let's say, a month or two, let it go. Move on to the next client. All right. So when you're doing interviews, again, just the 5 to 10 questionnaires or 10 questions that you can do, and most especially once when you exchange like contact numbers or Skype IDs, do a call with them. Definitely do a call with them. Remember, they're gonna be buying a product and service, or a service that's not something that they can see, and it costs a lot of money, right? $500, $1,000 may sound a bit much when you talk about personally, but if you understand that it's going to be for a business, they're more than willing to pay for that as well, right? And how understand how much money they can spend, how much leeway they can give you when you build their websites. As mentioned earlier, as long as you specify uh, what kind of features they can expect, right? By giving them, let's say, different demos or different demo sites. And hey, for 4097, you get this. Access the site here. Here are the logins. And if you want to get a bigger website, this is our 997 package, where you get this, you get that, right? So this actually enables you to have um, less rework set up, right? So you don't have to go back in again, change this because the customer changes its mind or his mind. You don't need to do that. Again, that's something that you can prevent from happening. So these are just a few examples of questions that you can do. Is to say, how would your customers use it in their business? How do they have any other online business assets? Or do they have any other online assets? Is it only this business, or do they have a full-time job aside from the business, or do they have another website with under a different niche, right? And third, and most importantly, what are their long-term plans with this website? Now, I've had the same mistake when I first got started. I did not ask this question because they thought by simply adding a website, they get to the top rank of Google, and your sales will just miraculously come in. That's it. All right. Again, tell them what their long-term plan is, and you can even tell them, if you ask them about their long-term plans, you can even consult with them or even do an upsell if they need more stuff or need more stuff from you. All right. So guys, let me just see. Let me see if everything's clear so far. Give me a quick upvote or yes, in or an upvote in Webinar X if everything's clear. And if you have any questions, let me know in the chat so that I can answer it for you. Again, we as much as possible, I really do not want to have to answer emails or tickets after 24 hours or 48 hours. If you have any questions, this is the avenue or the time to ask right now. All right. I hope that's clear as well. All right. So again, let's go back to the sample questions that we have. So aside from that, if aside, we had how would they use this in their business? Do they have any other business that they want, or they currently have right now, or what kind of setup do they have with their work? Especially because some people just do this over the nighttime as a hobby that earns, or so that, or all we have people like fully dedicated that have already retired but wants extra cash as well. So again, and what are their long-term plans with the website? Are they planning to get traffic to the site and flip it and sell it to other bigger names, or are they like uh, people who are willing to buy websites with traffic already, just like on Flippa.com, or would they want to build their entire business on that specific website? Right? Again, these are just examples of questions that you might want to ask when you talk to the product owner. All right. So third or fourth rather, how much can they afford to spend? Again, do not devalue service. If you think that, although if they have a specific feature list and you think that it's gonna be a lot more expensive, you're not sure if you're gonna be you're even going to break even, then ask. All right, ask for either this is the budget, and if ever there are going to be changes and we're not going to go do overtime, we can charge billable hours as well. All right, and third is, do they expect ongoing support? Now this is absolutely a big and critical question. What if they update WordPress? Let's say my client is techy enough that he can use the non the like the non-restricted um, admin account, right? So if he doesn't update and it doesn't work, our contract or do the contract that you've set up with your client cover that as well? So again, you need to make that very, very clear. All right. So next would be simply read what people are asking for and prep for questions accordingly. Now, in most cases, right, some of these questions might not be applicable, but as long as you bring it in a way that it's not gonna be like kind of like interrogation. Remember, keep it cool, keep it casual, right? Talk about it like a business owner yourself, and you want to share your knowledge with that person. All right. So again, guys, I hope everything's making sense so far because I'm seeing yeses all across the board in the chat. All right. So guys, we're also gonna have right. We're also going to have next week on week 2 is going to be how to hire developers at $5 per hour or less to do all the work for you. Remember that we are using Press Label, and you can use this together with any plugin that you want, because once you activate it with another plugin, let's say WooCommerce, that specific action in that website will also be added for the stuff that you can either hide or restrict for a very specific user. All right. So guys, talking about the webinar next week, again, it's gonna be the same time at what 3 p.m. Eastern. So again, if you have any questions, what I'm gonna do is, if you have any questions so far about this session, or about hiring a developer at these rates, write it down and we'll discuss it thoroughly on the next on the webinar next week. All right. So guys, are you sending a replay? Okay. Yep. We're gonna send a replay within today about this, and definitely, um, we're gonna, if you have any questions, let us know in the support as well. Okay. All right. Let me know. Let me know if everything's fine, guys. So give me a quick yes or upvote if everything's clear, so that we can wrap things up, and I'll prepare the replay for you, and it should be available by 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. today. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Can I view the recording of this later? Yes. Yes. You can view it later. Um, it will actually gonna make this available in the members area. So you're gonna have do you have copies of contracts that we can use? Yep, we're gonna have copies prepared for you, so you can just add your company name or your name, and then your the freelancer's name on that. So you can just reuse that templated contract and non-disclosure agreement as well for future employees, right? Um, just give me a quick thumbs up or a yes in the chat, guys, if everything is good to go. All right, perfect. So, guys, see you next week. Again, remember, it's going to be the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday. All right, so let me see. So, the next date would be on the 28th. So, I'll see you then, guys. And I do hope you were able to enjoy this session and learn something new. Have a great day, guys. Bye.